and welcome everyone. I'm Kimberly Boscheman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the forecast for each life path number for the upcoming new moon that'll be occurring on February 27th or 28th, depending on where you live in the world. Before we get into the forecast, this is a general reading. If you would like your own personal numerology reading or forecast, where we take a look at your own personal numerology, please book some time with me. My information is in the description box below, and I would love to work with you. All right, let's go ahead and take a look. Life Path 33.6. You all are going to be working with the vibrations of the 35.8 and the 36.9 for this new moon. Now, my first question to you all is, what is this heavy, heavy, heavy burden that you all have been carrying? It is time under this new moon to set it down. Now, if you're not ready to release it, that's understandable, especially if it has to do with past situations or even current situations. If you're not ready to release it, or you don't have the tools to be able to release whatever this burden may be, at least take this time to set it down. You can always come back to it, right? But find a way to set it down and breathe and move forward without the heaviness that it's bringing into your life. Again, you can revisit it, and if you choose to pick it back up, great. That's your prerogative. But chances are when you go back to revisit it, you'll try to pick it up and you'll be like, why was I carrying this? It's so dang heavy. And so one thing that kind of comes to mind here is, if you are someone who is very empathetic, which I would suggest probably most of you are as a 33.6, if you're sensitive to energy, to just sensitive by nature, then, let's just say that you partake in doom scrolling, this is a time to disconnect. This is a time to unplug, right? Get your news, get what you need from sources where you can feel safe going there to get the information, and then unplug. And I would say limit your time doom scrolling, because it's not serving you and it's not serving anyone by you going into that place. Your job as a 33.6, you're the ones who bring the light, who bring the love, who bring the balance and the harmony and the peace to situations. And you can't do that. You can't be in that vibration if you're weighted down by the woes of the world. The woes of the world aren't going anywhere, right? I mean, there's always going to be a woe of the world. And there are people equipped who can handle that, who can tackle that, who can take it in, and it doesn't disrupt their lives the way it does for people who are highly sensitive, which usually 33.6s are. So you've got to, I would say, I don't want to say protect yourself, but don't take on burdens that aren't yours to carry, or that you don't have the tools to be able to sort of rectify or take care of. Be very, very conscious about maintaining your peace at this new moon and beyond, and do whatever is necessary to do that. Now, and there's no shame in that, by the way. Now, with the 35.8 energy, this is a beautiful energy. This is a period where really anything can happen. So I would say be prepared for whatever comes, meaning be adaptable, be open, don't be quick to dismiss. It's kind of a grab bag kind of energy where you don't really know what's going to come. It's kind of like you got to just take one step at a time, follow the breadcrumbs, and be open and adaptable to what does present, and then decide how to move through it in the best way that works for you. You could find that this is a time where it feels like people need you more, or the pressures are a lot more, or it just seems like you're being asked to take on a lot. And again, I would say be very discerning in what you pick up and what you commit to, what you say yes to, what you burden yourself with. This can be really hard for 33.6s. It can be hard for 6s as well, to be discerning and to be able to say no when you just don't have the capacity to take on, or the bandwidth to take on, something more than what you're already carrying. And these energies are really working with you to be very honest with yourself about what you're carrying, what's yours to carry, what you can set down, and what you need to say no to moving forward, so that you're not overly burdening yourself. Because remember, at the heart of the 33-6 is to bring the love, the compassion, the beauty to a situation and a space, and to the connections that you make throughout the day. And you can't do that with a heavy heart or with a heaviness that you might be taking on that isn't yours to carry. So allow sufficient time for rest. Pay attention to your health. Pay attention to what your body's telling you at this time. And honor that, right? Because remember, you setting it down or you saying no doesn't mean you can't revisit it later. It just means that you don't want to overly burden yourself at this time with energy, with anything that's not yours to carry, because it's going to be too heavy. And that's okay. So interesting energy here. Protect your peace and self-soothe as necessary, and honor what emotions come up for you during this time. This is happening in the sign of Pisces in astrology, so it's a deep, sensitive time. Pay attention to your dreams and what inspires you at this time, and follow that. Follow your inspirations, follow your dreams. Don't follow the heaviness, because it's only going to weigh you down. And there's plenty of people who can handle that heaviness that's not going to weigh them down. So let them carry it. All right. Take care, 33s. Bye for now.